Welcome to the English Mood Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Mood Podcast. I'm Nora. Today, I want to talk about something that often feels impossible, the time it takes to improve your English. Not years. Not decades. I'm talking about just 6 months if you commit to a consistent, realistic plan. Because 6 months is long enough to change your English if you use it correctly. And I'm not saying this to motivate you emotionally. I'm saying it because neurologically, behaviorally, practically 6 months of consistent exposure changes the brain. The problem is not time. The problem is how we use time. Most learners measure progress in years. But years don't matter. Intensity and consistency matter. You can spend 5 years touching English once a week and stay stuck. Or you can spend 6 months living inside it and transform. So today, I want to give you a realistic model of what 6 powerful months actually look like. No hype, no fantasy, just real change. First, you need immersion, but real immersion. Immersion doesn't mean moving to another country. It means changing your environment. Right now, English is probably an activity in your life, something you study. But language doesn't grow well as an activity. It grows as an atmosphere. If English only appears when you open a book, your brain categorizes it as academic effort. That means stress. And stress slows fluency. Instead, English has to become background. From the moment you wake up, your ears should meet English. A podcast while you prepare breakfast. An interview while you commute. A YouTube video while you cook. Not because you understand everything, but because your brain needs repeated exposure to rhythm. At first, it will feel unclear. You'll catch words, maybe phrases, sometimes nothing. That's fine. Understanding is not the first stage. Familiarity is. After a few weeks of daily listening, something subtle happens. The sounds stop feeling foreign. Your brain begins predicting patterns. And when the brain predicts, it relaxes. That relaxation is the beginning of confidence. Listening is input, but input alone is passive. Many learners listen for years, but they rarely speak. They wait until they feel ready. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You will never feel ready. Speaking creates readiness, not the other way around. You don't need a partner to begin. You need courage to sound imperfect. When you are alone, describe what you're doing. Not dramatically. Not loudly. Just clearly. I'm answering emails. I'm feeling tired. I need to finish this. Simple present tense. Real life. This builds automatic access. Speaking is physical training. Your tongue needs repetition. Your mouth needs coordination. If you only think English silently, your brain improves, but your speech doesn't catch up. And then when you finally try to speak, you freeze. Why? Because the muscle hasn't practiced. So speak daily. 5 minutes is enough. But 5 minutes every day, not once a week. And once you start speaking regularly, you'll notice something interesting. Your mouth begins to move more easily, but you may still feel that your rhythm is not natural yet. This is completely normal. Knowing words is one thing. Saying them with the natural flow of English is another. And this is exactly where the next technique becomes extremely useful. Shadowing, the missing bridge. There's another technique that most learners underestimate. Shadowing. Not memorizing. Not repeating slowly. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately, matching rhythm and speed. This trains something critical: prosody. English has music. If you only focus on vocabulary, your speech will sound robotic. Shadowing trains flow. At first, it feels fast, messy. You'll miss words. That's normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is synchronization. Do this consistently for months and your speaking speed increases naturally, without forcing it. Now let's talk about thinking. This is where real transformation begins. If you always translate before speaking, you create delay. Delay creates tension. Tension blocks fluency. To reduce translation, you must practice thinking directly in English. Start small. 5 minutes per day. Choose a time. And during those 5 minutes, ask yourself questions in English. What do I need to do today? Why am I tired? What should I improve this week? Answer in short sentences. You're not writing an essay. You're training mental switching. At first, your mind will resist. It will try to return to your native language. That's normal. You are rewiring habit. After a few weeks, something changes. You begin having spontaneous English thoughts. Not forced. Not planned. That's when English stops being a task and starts becoming part of your cognition. And that shift is powerful. Because fluency is not about vocabulary size. It's about mental speed. Now I want to address something most teachers ignore. Frustration. There will be weeks when you feel stuck. When your listening doesn't improve. When speaking feels slow. When you compare yourself to others. This is the danger zone. Not because your English is failing, but because your mindset might. Most learners quit right before visible progress. Why? Because progress is invisible before it becomes obvious. Your brain is adapting quietly, but you don't see it immediately. And humans are impatient. If you stop every time you feel slow, you reset the cycle. 6 months only works if it's continuous. Not perfect. Continuous. Miss a day? Continue tomorrow. Feel tired? Reduce intensity, but don't disappear. Consistency beats intensity. What actually changes in 6 months? Let's be realistic. You won't sound like a native. You won't know every word. You won't eliminate every mistake. But here's what will change. You'll understand normal speed conversations better. You'll hesitate less. You'll translate less. You'll feel less fear when speaking. You'll recover from mistakes faster. And most importantly, English will stop feeling like an enemy. It will feel usable. And usable is the real goal. There's something deeper happening during these 6 months. You're not just improving English. You're changing identity. Right now, maybe you see yourself as someone who is learning English. After 6 consistent months, you start seeing yourself as someone who uses English. That difference matters. Because behavior follows identity. If you believe you are someone who uses English daily, you continue using it. If you believe you are someone who struggles, you unconsciously confirm that story. So be careful how you label yourself. Instead of saying, "I'm bad at English," say, "I'm building my English." And instead of saying, "I can't speak fluently," say, "I'm training fluency." Language shapes belief. Belief shapes behavior. Behavior shapes results. The secret isn't a method. It's commitment to daily presence. You don't need to feel motivated every day. You need to show up anyway. Some days will feel productive. Some days will feel flat. That's normal. Growth isn't emotional. It's mechanical. Input plus output plus time. That's it. So here's my question for you. If nothing changes in your routine, where will your English be in 6 months? Probably the same place. If you change your daily environment, where could it be? Very different. The difference between those two futures is not talent. It's decision. And decision becomes habit. And habit becomes transformation. 6 months from now, you'll either say, I stayed consistent, or I wish I had. Both start today, not tomorrow. Thank you for being here with me on English Mood Podcast. If this episode gave you clarity, not motivation, but clarity, share it with someone who needs structure instead of hype. Follow the podcast if you want more conversations like this. And if you're serious about your 6-month transformation, start now. Play something in English after this episode. Speak one sentence out loud. Just begin. I'm Nora, and this is English Mood Podcast. I'll see you in the next episode.